um, this is gonna require too much editing. Dang it. Okay. Let's talk about goal setting. I know when you think of goal setting, you might be like, or like, okay. Nah. No! Okay, goal setting is super necessary, but the way you do it is important. Set goals sounds pretty cliche, but if you do it in a specific way, I think going into it with like a sort of urgency and need, like, I need to do this, let's get it done, here's how we're gonna do it. With that kind of mindset, I feel like it's a lot easier to be able to plan what you're going to do throughout the week for those goals you have in mind. Now, what kind of goals do we want to accomplish? Well, in case of school, I feel like there's a lot of procrastinating that goes on. There's a lot of uncertainty, kind of hesitancy. I'm one of those people who like to plug and chug, you know. I totally understand not wanting to set goals and stuff. It's so important and so necessary. Some of the ways I do it, I started out with a weekly schedule and I didn't really get anywhere. I would go in with the mindset that I would work on this specific class at this specific time. But in reality, I ended up working on that class, but I didn't feel like I was getting anything done. That's not really goal setting. That's part of time management, but it's not getting anywhere if you don't do what you need to do. Figuring out your priorities and what you need to do within a class is going to really help you accomplish those goals that you need to complete. Who better than you to know what you need to do in that class, right? So it's kind of up to us to be able to manage our time and our classwork and all of that. You might be wondering, well, I've been trying to set a schedule. I've been trying to set hours to do it. I feel like I've been doing it, but I feel like I haven't been really doing anything. A weekly schedule is a good way to start. It's a good way to account for how much time you spend into what you do each day, including sleep, going to class, doing your homework, eating, breaks, texting, all of that. But it doesn't really help you keep you accountable for what you need to do and for the homework that you need to do in your classes. So being able to go in, kind of set out what you need to do each day, it doesn't really matter how much time you spend on it because you're doing this for yourself and you don't really want to rush yourself. But being able to take a few minutes out of your day to kind of plan, think about what you need to do throughout the week and kind of just organize it into a paper, say like a weekly action plan of what you need to do and kind of a to-do list for each class that you need to complete. That's a good way to do it. Or you could even have a monthly calendar where you list the things that you're going to do each day, things that are due like exams, homeworks, worksheets, other kinds of homeworks, important dates like dates to withdraw from a class or drop a class, and highlighting the important things, or maybe not highlighting it at all, having it all on one sheet of paper that you put in the front of your notebook, or just have it very visible, will help you keep accountable for the things that are most pressing. And when you have a combination of these things, you're golden, okay? You're gonna be so productive, and you're just gonna be like, woo! But the thing is, when you make your to-do lists, make sure to think about your priorities within the class. What are the most pressing dates? What are some things you can do ahead of time so that you don't have to do it later? What are some tasks that you could split up into multiple days? Remember, goal setting is all about just making mini goals. Setting all those mini goals, starting from daily, hourly, to weekly, to monthly, to semester-wise. All goals are made up of mini goals. So the more detailed you can split it up and be able to identify what you need to do, the more you'll be able to do that task efficiently and with purpose.
No.